Hey guys, it's Peggy here with Citrus Templates, and today I have a really great way for you to add all of your transaction deadlines for any, listings that you have under contract or buyers that you have under contract, to add all of those deadlines into Google Calendar. So if you guys are new here, my name is Peggy Yee. I help real estate agents with their back office, like all of your systems and everything like that, so you can do more transactions and still have a life. So if you are new here, please subscribe. So let's get into it. So one of the biggest questions that I get from agents is there a way that I can take deadlines in Google Sheets and just add them to my Google Calendar? And so I sat down and I created this sheet for you with some, coding on the back end using Google Apps Script. You guys don't need to know about that. Just know that it works. So I'm going to show you how this is. So if you open up the deadline tracker, you can, for any transaction that you have, let's say you just got a new, buyer under contract or something like that, then you can just add in the address here. So I'll just say 555 Washington Street, and then the agent name, I'll just add myself. And then you can just say what the ratification date is. So let's say 7/11/2024. For simplicity, let's just say it's a quick close. So we're going to do 7/30/2024. Okay, so that's basically what you need here. And then you can add in any of these deadlines that you want. If you don't have 10, don't worry about it. The calendar, if this says false, then the system is just going to ignore that and it won't put that on your calendar. So if there is, let's say your first date is going to be, your option period ends. Okay, and you want to put that onto your calendar. So there's two different types of deadlines. You can just do manual, where you're just going to put in the day and you're going to put that in. Or you can also do a relative date. So if it's manual, let's say that's manual, it's going to highlight, like you're just going to fill out this yellow box and you're going to, ignore this calculated part. So then here you can just put, let's say that you've got to do that by 7/15/2024. Okay, so then it'll put that date here. And then let's say the next one is your home inspection contingency ends, something like that. Now, let's say that is relative, right? So now I put relative, now the manual gets blacked out, and then you've got to fill in this part. And that's going to be, let's say your home inspection contingency ends, 15 days after your ratification date. Okay, so then it's going to automatically calculate that date. And then let's say, you want to say set up closing time, or arrange closing time with title company. Okay, so something like that, and then you want to do that relative, and you want to do that actually 5 days before closing. Okay, and so then it'll automatically calculate that. So you can actually set these up beforehand, right? Like if you know that for every transaction you arrange the closing 5 days before the closing date, just keep this right here, because then for the next transaction, you can just fill out this part and then it'll automatically calculate all the stuff based upon, the relative date to this. So it's a really good way that you can use this as a template, right, for every transaction moving forward, if there are certain things that you do the same on every single transaction. Okay, so now for the fun part. So now let's say we have these deadlines, right? And we also have our ratification date and our closing date. And so we want to put all of these onto a calendar. So now the next step is to add it to your Google Calendar. Now, the next thing you want to do is to find your calendar ID. I have another video about how to find your ID. So I'll link to that, but let me just show you how to do it real quick here. So we're over in Google Calendar. My recommendation is to put on your own, create a separate calendar that's just for transactions. So then you can, toggle that on and off, within Google Calendar, so you can see everything But because we're automatically adding stuff into this calendar, it's kind of easier if you just have a transaction calendar just for your transactions. And so what you want to do is just go here, go to settings and sharing, and then you can scroll all the way down and you'll see this integrate calendar, like your calendar ID is here. So you just want to copy this and then copy that and then just stick the whole thing in here. Okay, so just stick that whole thing right in the Google Calendar. Okay, now once you hit this button, it's automatic. So, and if you hit it multiple times, you will get multiple, invites onto your calendar. So just once you're done, double check your deadlines. Just double check that this is all right and those are the deadlines that you want. And then just click this button once. If you click it multiple times, you will get multiple events onto your calendar. So once you do that, then you can go to schedule deadlines. Okay. Now, because if this is the first time that you're going to run this, you are going to get this notification that you're going to have to give it permission to run, because it is a special coding that I did on the back end using Google Apps Script. So do you want to just click OK? And then let's see, I guess I have to sign in. Now you can say you need to go to advanced and then say go to add contract deadlines. So it says it's unsafe. This is, Google does want to make sure that we're not being malicious or anything like that. So you want to just put in that you will allow, events to be added to your calendar automatically. And so once you go through that authorization process, then you can just hit this button again and it should run all the way through. So now you can see it says it's running script. And so you just wait a couple minutes as it runs through the script, and then it says it finished. So then let's go back over to our calendar, and we'll go back, and you can see it's all added on there. So you've got the ratification date, the property address, and the agent. So I added the agent because if you guys are running a team, you want to know, right, whose transaction that is. So the agent's name is in there also. So you've got the ratification date and the closing date, and then you've got all of your specific deadlines that you want to put into here, added as events onto the calendar. So I hope that helps a lot of you in terms of just getting all of your deadlines onto Google Calendar. Here, there's space available for 10 deadlines, and so you can use as many as you want and go run with it. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks.